it's a lot of emotion in the humanism of a person that you expect to win.
Yeah.
Right? You expect to perform. And at the moment, what I believe, Haliburton had 9 points early in the first. So he was on one. He was bound to have a great game, but the superstar of that team to go down is not good for business.
The morale.
You know what I mean? It echoed and shocked the whole sports world. A lot of people showing support. Defeat in that type of platform, I can relate to. Obviously, losing in the Super Bowl, but being injured in front of the world, I can't.
Yeah.
And you can tell the grimace and the pain that he knew something was wrong. We had just previously seen Jason Tatum suffer the same injury, and it's crazy. You hope that it's not until it is, and then you're like, golly. So now not only is he out for that game, now potentially that's a whole year, just as he rehab. My hearts and prayers goes out to him and his family, man, and you just hate to see it that way.
Yeah.
Because everything was leading up into a clash of the Titans.
I mean, literally.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, did OKC beat the best Indiana team? I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, shout out to, SGA, Jalen Williams and those guys, bro. Those guys definitely put up, a performance like no other, multiple games, and they was just battling, man. It was good for the sport of basketball, man. You just love to see those type of, competition feats for the world to kind of see.
Yeah.
So.
And even when you go through those things, so obviously the injury, we talked about that, but the loss, losing at the highest level, obviously you have experience with that. Like, what are some of those emotions going through your game? It's like, even with McConnell, he was walking off the court, a Pacers player, and he's distraught. And they was like, yo, back the cameras up, like, chill. So it's like going through those type of things.
I wish I would have got that same grace, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of people look at my Super Bowl podium situation is like Cam's pouting, but it's like, bro, taking into consideration, like, as an athlete, as a football player, as a basketball player, the ultimate thing that you dream about is playing for a championship. And everybody grieves different. So you don't know, you don't expect to lose. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, your grieving will be completely different than somebody else's. And people are so in a rush to hear from this person. Hey, we're gonna hear from the starting quarterback. Hey, we're gonna hear from the star player, blah, blah, blah. But not knowing, it's like, bro, that's a part of being a professional, I get it.
Yeah.
But there's still things that it just takes time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think so many times members of the media can be intrusive.
For sure.
People, have contract obligations. I get it. But let's also respect the emotions that come with the game too. And sometimes that's not something that you can just prep for. Like, everybody goes into any type of league or any type of, college with, being media trained as best as they can, be. But that's different, man. When your emotions is so tied in that you can't recreate that emotion. You know what I'm saying? It only happens in real time. So yeah, I get it, man. And I just know that it's a lot that goes through your mind, knowing that, like, yo, how do you process this, but also speak on it too? And that's what makes media golden, because people want in real time, feelings, but sometimes that can come at an expense that the athletes, are like a puppet almost.
Yeah,
like you're like a goldfish where like go and perform, or a circus animal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't like that about sports.
One thing about talking about sports, but obviously the NBA in particular, a lot of news just happened. KD ended up getting traded to the Houston Rockets, and he got the news while he was on the stage at Fanatics Fest. He had an inkling he was going, but just finding out that he got traded, and speaking to reporters after he was like, Phoenix didn't want me. So it's like, Houston, like, you know, they want me and, you know, I'm going to go there. And so he didn't really feel remorse about it. But just real quick, Cam, as a player, when you get that news, whether you getting released, whether you going getting traded somewhere else or whatever, what, like, when that hits the wire, it's like, what does that feel like to be in a player's shoes? Because he's literally in an interview, and the reporter, she's like, hey, yo, you know, you just got traded to Houston Rockets.
It ain't like you could just say, hold on, nah, I don't know. Like,
yeah. And
it's almost embarrassing a little bit, you know what I mean? But that's what people don't get about being in the public eye.
Yeah.
Being an athlete, it has so many perks, but it also has so many, you know, negatives about it. It's like, you just got traded. It could be embarrassing, but yet I like this for KD.
You do?
You got some young guns down there in Houston.
They got rid of a lot of young players though. Like Jalen Green, he's gone.
What?
Yeah, they traded him. They traded for a couple of picks in the draft. Like they traded. They got rid of some key pieces to get KD.
Jalen Green, like the what's the old girl name? Drea Michelle.
Jalen was balling. They got he.
What about the twin? He's still there?
Yes, I believe he's still there.
Dang, I was about to say, man, I like that for Jalen.
I know, but they ain't got rid of.
So he's in Phoenix?
I believe so.
But I like that for Jalen either way, because now you got a vet. Either way, you got a vet. You got Book there that can, you know what I'm saying, teach you the nuances. And now he's realizing too, it's like, this is a business.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not always in your favor, but you have to do what's best with the cards that you're dealt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So either way, man, I'm excited. And let's just see what happens.
Yep.
Here we go, next clip.